Do you like surprises?
Welcome to Parenting Matters Now, a source of parenting advice a few minutes at a time.
Hi, this is Dr. Roger Smith with Parenting Matters Now. We have some flowers. They have little red tops. We call those spider lilies, and they're past their prime. But I did get a picture of one that was kind of in its prime amongst others that are past their prime. And so I want to tell you a little bit about these flowers and how it relates to parenting and how it relates to just life in general. These flowers give my wife great delight in that she found these bulbs that were in people's yards, abandoned properties, different places, and spent a lot of time digging those up and bringing them to our place and put them in places and letting them multiply. And if you're not familiar with gardening, a bulb is actually a permanent seed that constantly it produces a flower. The flower then feeds the bulb for the next season. And so in between the blooming, you see nothing. It's absolutely it's just not apparent that there's anything there. And so that's kind of like the surprises in life. And there are parts of our lives that are there all along, but at certain times, certain seasons, certain situations, it produces a flower of sorts where we enjoy it, and it's kind of like pregnancy in a sense. You're pregnant, you don't see the baby, but the problem with that analogy is you see the baby develop, so you have evidence that it's coming. But like these flowers, and in other parts of the country, the crocus, the first flower of spring, that's a sign that the time is right. The time is right. And so we don't really know exactly what causes these spider lilies to bloom at the time that they do. But all across our region, we'll be driving down the road and they will be everywhere. And some conditions have been made perfect for that bulb to produce its flower. And that's like a lot of things in our lives, that there are things that are going along and we don't even recognize that we're doing certain things, or certain parts of our lives, they're just not producing anything. And then suddenly we're called upon to address a certain situation. And we've been being prepared for that all along. We were prepared in another season to respond in this one. We take note of the situations where we feel unprepared, but there are so many more where you have been being prepared, either in your childhood, your early adulthood, and your children. This is happening with them. They're learning things and experiencing things that they're just incorporating into their base knowledge. And at some point in time, a situation will arise where they have to respond and draw upon those things that have been, so to speak, put down in the bulb of their life. And it's exciting when we get to see our children blossom in a situation where they have drawn upon their past experiences, training, things that you have taught them and you didn't even know they were listening. So I would encourage you, whenever you see the flower of their lives blossoming, that you celebrate it. You point it out to them how much you value that whenever they rise to the occasion, that they are courageous, they are kind, they are able to deliver a public address of some sort. You look for situations where you go, wow, I didn't know they were being prepared for that. Celebrate that with them, because they themselves are impressed with their flower. And you can look for those times to celebrate. And those are moments that will build the bond of your relationship, where they feel your pride. They feel how they have honored you. All those dynamics that we want to happen. We look for the times where the bulb of their life has produced a flower and find a way to celebrate it. Have a toast at a meal, have a party and celebrate it with their friends. Do something, but mark the moments that you see their flower arriving. This is Dr. Roger Smith with Parenting Matters Now.
Subscribe to Parenting Matters Now for more advice, or go to rogersmithmd.com to search for more topics. See you next time.